Today we are going to have the puja of Fatima Bi, who was the symbol of Graha Lakshmi. And so we are going to have the puja of the Graha Lakshmi principle within us. As the housewife has to finish every work, everything in the household, and then she goes for a bath. In the same way this morning, I had to do lots of things, and then I could come for your puja. Because today the housewife's jobs were many, so I had to finish them like a good housewife. Now, the principle of Graha Lakshmi has been evolved and developed by the divine. It's not a human being's creation. And as you know, it resides in the left arm. The Graha Lakshmi is the one that is represented in the life of Fatima, who was the daughter of Muhammad Sahib. Now she is always born in a relationship to a guru which is of virginity, of purity. So she comes as a sister, or she comes as a daughter. Now the beauty of Fatima's life is that after the death of Muhammad Sahib, as usual, there were fanatic people who thought they can take the religion into their hands and can make it a very fanatic thing. And the attention was not paid so much towards the ascent of the person. Even Muhammad Sahib has described his son-in-law in many ways. And he is the only one, or the another incarnation of Brahmadeva, who came on this earth. Ali came on this earth. He was the incarnation of Brahmadeva. And his another incarnation was Sopandev, which you can go to Pune, you can see the temple of Sopandev there. So, we have Ali and his wife Fatima, who incarnated on the principle of the left navi. She stayed in her house, in her household, and she observed what you call a kind of a parda, or naqab as they call it, to cover her face. Is a symbol that a woman who is a housewife has to save her chastity by covering her face, because she was a beautiful woman and they were born in a country which was very, very violent, and she would have been definitely attacked in case she had not lived in that kind of fashion. As you know, in the time of Christ, though Mary was Mahalakshmi's incarnation, had to be very, very potential personality, and Christ did not want anybody to know what she was. But though she was in the house, she was Shakti. So she allowed her sons, or actually ordered them, to fight those fanatics who were trying to deny the authority of her husband. And you know, Hassan and Hussein, they were killed there. It's a very beautiful thing how the Mahalakshmi Tattva of Sita took a form of Vishnu Maya, just to establish the beautiful principle of a housewife. Now she was very powerful, no doubt, and she knew that her children will be killed. But these people are never killed, they never die, nor do they suffer. It's a drama they have to play to show people how stupid they are. But as a result of that, another system started where they respected saints. Like in India, Shia people respect awliyas, or we can call them the people who are realized souls, like Nizamuddin Sahab. Then we have got in Chishti, we have got in Ajmer, Hazrat Chishti. All these great saints were respected by Shias. But still, they could not transcend the limits of religiosity. So they also became extremely fanatic. Firstly, they would not see to another religion where they had saints. They would not respect the saints who belonged to another religion. And even when we had a great saint like Sainath of Shirdi, who was a Muslim to begin with. And it is said that Fatima herself brought him as a child in her lap and gave it to some lady. It said so. We did not deny, as far as the Hindus were concerned, his saintliness, but the Muslims did not accept him. There's another one called Haji Malang, who is very near Bombay, who was a realized soul. He too realized the fanaticisms of the Shias. Shia word comes from Shia in UP. Sita is called as Sia. Sitaji is called as Sia. They also did not realize that there are saints who are not so-called Muslims, but they are saints. So they could not get out of it. So we have another one called Haji Malang, who was worshipped by Hindus. Some Muslims also go there, no doubt. And this Haji Malang was quite worried about the fanaticism of the Shias. So he appointed some Hindus to worship him, just to counterbalance. They did all kinds of things. There are many saints like that. I went to Bhopal. There's another big saint who was buried. But his all disciples were just depending on the earnings of that place, which was very bad. Even Hazrat Nizamuddin's things are the same way as the Hindus do. They all make an earnings. I mean, it's a kind of a commercial business. So this saint died and was buried there. There were many people who were depending on it when I went there. I just, by the way, asked them, what is your religion? So they said, we are Muslims. I said, what was the religion of the saint who died? He said, saints have no religion. So I said, then why do you want to follow religion? Why don't you follow his religion? Yet they have no religion. Even it is said in Sanskrit, the sannyasis have no religions. They are dharmati, they go beyond the religion. But as it has happened with every incarnation, it has happened even with the Shia people, with the Sunnis, with the Hindus, with the Muslims and everyone, that they made a fanatic group. Now fanaticism itself is absolutely against religion, against your innate religion within yourself, because it creates poison. It's a venomous thing. It makes you hate others. When you start hating others, then it reacts in you as horrible poison, which eats up all that is beautiful within you. Hating anyone is the worst thing that human beings can do, but they can do it. They can do whatever they like. Animals don't hate anyone. Can you imagine? They don't know how to hate. They bite someone because that is their nature. They cut someone because that is their nature. They never hate someone. They may not like someone, but this hatred, which is a poison, is a speciality of human conception and a human absorption. Only human beings can hate. And this horrible thing, hatred, was settled between even the Muslims, which was not done. This Karbala was not created for hatred, but for love. Everything that was done for love was converted into hatred in every religion.